So the last week and a half, 2 weeks has been like weird. Like I haven't been myself, like just felt like heavy and anxiety and all kinds of unpleasant types of emotions. And so this morning I woke up and I was finally feeling like good. Like I was feeling like myself for the first time in what seems like forever. And then, like, you know, the day's events, well, first thing from leaving the house, the day's events started to unfold and all kinds of chaos just went like this. And I'm very independent, so I like to kind of handle things on my own. Uh, but I talked to a couple of my sisters today, and they were having like some of the same struggles, like with their kids and stuff. So that was nice to relate because I feel like sometimes we think we're so alone in this world, especially when we're independent. So that reaching out and that getting some, I guess it's more of, I don't know if it's just comfort or just that feeling of, okay, this is normal and I'm okay. And we all are going to get through this. And these are very important lessons, especially when you have been feeling yucky and then you start feeling good. I'm not going to call it a test, but that's kind of what it feels like. It's like, are you really feeling good? Let's check this out and see if you are, and see how you handle it. So I could say I did handle things well for the most part of the day, and then towards the next, it's just like one thing after another kept going. And that's how it happens. I mean, it just rolls out that way when you've had a day like that. It's just, that's your energy vibe, and that's just what's going to keep coming out. But it's all how you handle it. And I can definitely say a few times today I wanted to run away to the hills and just breathe and maybe not come back. Just kidding. I would come back because it would get dark and cold. But anyway, I just feel that there's a lot of independence out there, and that's great. I preach that day and night, to be connected with yourself and have that independence. But there are also times that you do need some reassurance and just someone to vent to and talk to, and it's helpful. And that's a really hard struggle for me, is to take that help and reach out when I am having a hard day or a hard couple of weeks. And I also feel like this past week and a half has been some just releasing of some more stored energy. That's been my focus this week and a half, is just there's some breathing exercises that I do that I learned. Well, first I learned it in yoga, but then I practiced one from Dr. Joe Dispenza, which is pulling the energy up to your head and then releasing it through breathing. And that seems to pull some really heavy stuff up. But the whole point of this video is, if you are having a rough day, and I mean, I even read a post from someone on Instagram whom I don't know, but she had posted a picture of her 7-year-old for his birthday and said some things, and I commented, and then she reached out to me, and it's just nice to have that relation, and we're all here to help each other and love each other, and we all struggle, and we all want to do our best on our own, and we all have a little bit of pride. I know I have tons of it. But that's also ego. And while ego serves its purpose, it can also stunt your growth, your personal growth. So today was a really big lesson for me. In fact, the last week and a half has been some big, big, big lessons. And I'm very grateful for those lessons, even though when you're in the middle of the chaos, you're like, really? Really? But then when you're able to step out and then, look at it instead of being in it, then you're just able to see more clearly and you're able to see the big picture. So thank you everyone who talked me through some things this week and especially today. And thank you, my sisters, for having struggles too. At least being willing to talk about them. It's helpful. So if you feel like you are alone in this world, you are not. Maybe you're just independent and stubborn like me. And being alone and being able to handle things on your own is amazing and it feels great, but so does reaching out and just venting or just having someone relate to you with your situation and just being able to find some peace by getting out of the situation and looking at it from an outsider's perspective. So having those conversations can help you do that because then you don't feel so alone, stuck in there. So anyway, that's it. You're not alone. Even when you feel like you are. You always have this, always, but we're all here to support and love each other. So when you've been here and you can't find that peace, it is helpful to talk to someone and just vent it out. It's helpful. So anyway, rambling, but that's it. Good night.